2 weeks later.
I was genuinely wondering, for a film of the magnitude of Brahmastra, the very fact that the movie has been delayed for so long, is it going to adversely affect the hype around the movie? Is the constant rigmarole of delays and alterations with the release date going to create a sense of exhaustion within the audience of the very concept of Brahmastra? But when in hindsight I look at the slow build-up that the makers of the film have done, slowly unraveling concepts, characters and songs of the film over a period of many weeks, it has actually led to what we see today in terms of trade analysts claiming that the movie is bound to have the biggest opening for a Hindi film post the pandemic. Several aspects of the film's marketing have worked in its favor, whether it be the music or just the discussion around a word in a chorus, the trailer and what any creator would dream of, conspiracy theories and genuine chatter about concepts explored in the film, and finally, characters, motives, and possible cameos that have been flung around on social media. It's after a very long time where I've seen genuine curiosity for a film and its world, like we used to see on channels like New Age Rockstars, being done this time by Indian creators themselves. I had tweeted before the promotional campaign of the film started on what will be the grounds to boycott a film like Brahmastra, even though it celebrates elements of our own ancient Indian history and spirituality. Give it to them to weaponize probably interviews years ago out of context and fuel it for their vested interests. And lo and behold, the boycott campaign against the film also commenced, taking the interviews of the actors years ago and placing them as the sole reason on why one should not watch this movie, having absolutely nothing to do with the themes explored in the film, but labeling individuals involved in the project as the catalyst for the mass boycott towards the movie. What I've realized, however, is that if the audience's interest hits a chord with the trailer and songs of the film, they are bound to come to theaters irrespective of the social media campaign against individuals. I think two things specifically became clear to me this week. That one, the audience has absolutely loved the pre-release promo and even preferred it over the trailer. The dark theme and engaging background score has really generated curiosity among fans, and two, I think it's the best decision taken by the cast and marketing team to limit their exposure towards the media. Cancel culture and boycott campaigns have gone in an analyzing overdrive, taking into account every feature from body language, tone of voice to social ramifications of innocuous statements, that it's an absolute rarity that an actor's statements won't become a talking topic of a gossip headline. In order to avoid such kind of press before the movie releases, I feel like it's been a great decision for the content of the film and its promos to do most of the talking and distancing themselves from absolute media exposure that are bound to seek for some controversy by cornering the actors to comment on the most contentious issues, and lo and behold, it just becomes fodder for the public to shame them. I also became slightly worried about the countdown promos, hoping that they don't reveal too much or major spoilers, and hopefully that won't be the case till the movie releases. The main aim of the video was to share with you my hopes and fears regarding this upcoming huge film from Bollywood, and please do chime in on yours as well in the comments below. Your take always accounts for a great discussion in the comment section. Number 1. I hope the film does not follow suit with respect to what Marvel films have transformed into, a saturation of cameos of stars that guarantees nostalgia and momentary hooting and cheering, but lends very little to the plot of the movie. I hope the cameos are not forced and are placed in the screenplay as a meticulous choreography, a combination of great staging and background score rather than a lukewarm matter-of-fact treatment. A brilliant example of exemplary staging and introduction of a cameo is that of Surya in Vikram, building the right anticipation for an ultimate reveal that riles up the audience even if they knew that the actor was involved in the project. Number 2. It's pretty clear to all of us that this movie has been mounted on a humongous budget and guarantees a visual spectacle. While this is one of the main reasons why people are geared up for a film and are precisely booking their tickets for, I hope that the movie delivers an emotionally engaging experience rather than just being visually stunning. Nothing breaks my heart more in reviewing a movie where I only praise its technical qualities and eventually end up saying that it was emotionally distant. Number 3. I hope that the journey for Shiva, understanding his powers, role and fate in this world of Astras, is just not reduced to his love story with Isha, but is a narrative of self-exploration coupled with the love story as well. I hate the narrative of how people want the story to be devoid of romance, as if the biggest commercial films did not have love stories as their subplot, and it still did not affect the overall quality of the film. I think it's pretty clear that Isha is not going to be a mere flower pot to the story. And while I'll keep all my theories to myself because I don't want to ruin the experience before we go into theaters, my red flags definitely have been on high alert ever since the pre-release promo. Number 4. I hope that the motive of the antagonist is strong, has enough context with respect to her origin story, and more importantly, invokes fear within the audience of an impending doom. Nothing is worse in a film of such a scale where the antagonist is weak and their entries barely generate an emotion within you. I hope that the character of Junoon, one really does connect with her motive and character arc. Number 5. I think my order of preference of songs definitely goes in the form of Deva Deva first, Kesariya 2, and then Dance Ka Bhoot. I hope the music is really an integral part of the storytelling, and the fact that they have kept one of the songs to be experienced in theaters, I think it piques my curiosity. But even more so, one thing I'm genuinely interested to see is how they integrate the sad Kesariya version in the film. I hope it's the climax. Number 6, my last point is, while we can sit here and think about several possibilities and motives of characters, I hope the film genuinely from a storytelling point of view shocks us. Keeping the plot from being ruined, I think it was essential for this film, and the great component of there not being any leaks of how this film ends up being in part 1, I think it has created organic curiosity among the audience, or what may be the twists and turns along the journey. I want to conclude by just stating I genuinely want to be invested in this film for the sheer love for films mounted on such a big scale, and even more so, that integrates concepts of ancient Indian history and spirituality, something that we have been craving to see anyway on the big screen. A country termed as the land of stories, it's beautiful that creators are not looking elsewhere but within our own rich history to conjure up a tale that the masses can resonate with. As always, cautiously optimistic, and I hope this coming Friday does deliver a cinematic experience for all of us. And that was a video, guys. Write down in the comments below what are your hopes and fears regarding Brahmastra. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.